Right, so today I'll be showing you how to make a simple web browser in the C# Windows Form template. So first off, go to your IDE. Let's create a new project. So file, new project, and select Windows Form application, of course, and let's call this web browser. And as you can already see, I have made a web browser already. It's called Taurus, so I'm working on it. And yeah, so let it just load. It's taking some time to create the project, but anyways, it does not matter. So let's just wait for the project to load. And yeah, so after it's loaded, you can just let's just scale this up first. So we'll just close this, just close the error list, and um let's scale this up first. So let's select the form and drag to scale it, and let's call it something like web browser. So web browser, and I'll just drag my OBS window right here. So let's, after we've called that web browser, let's go to the toolbox right here, or you can press Control Alt X to bring up the toolbox. So Control Alt X, but I'm just going to click right here, and we want to go for the web browser component, the web browser control, and let's just drag and drop it right here. And as you can see, it already scaled it up by itself. Now we don't actually want that, so as you can see, I cannot actually scale it right now, and that is because it has been docked to the form. So we just go right click and we say, where was it? Was it lock controls? No, it was not lock controls. It was something like dock to parent container dock. Let's say none. Okay, there we go. And now we can just scale this up. So just select dock is equal to none, and now we can just scale it up something like this, and all websites that we visit will scale up with it itself. So the first thing that you'll see the web browser does is that it has a um a URL box right here, so you can just write something and it'll just take us to that web page, and that web page will be displayed in this web browser component. So let's first create a text box. So let's search for text box. Where is it? Okay, text box, there we go. And let's create the text box, and let's just drag it somewhere like there and name it to something like text box URL. And let's just click on it, click on events, and then search for key press. Yes, key press, and double click on the empty space on the right to key press, and it will bring us to the code. And I have already created a method for us, a private void text box URL key press with object sender and a key press event argument known as E, and we can use that E argument to do some things. So let's first go if E dot keychar or key character is double equals bracket character close bracket 13, which means the enter key. So if we press the enter key, we of course want to go to the web page which we have entered in the text box. So we just go web browser 1 dot navigate to this text box URL dot text. So don't just enter text box URL because it's a text box, and this navigate function is taking in a string. So we just get what we have written right here, and it'll just navigate to it. And when I mention web browser 1, always know that this is the web browser right here. So we can just change its name to something like web browser primary browser, and it should rename it in the code as well, so it takes some time. And as you can see, it renamed it itself in the code. And now we can just click on play. Not play, that's for Unity, not play, just press F5 or click on this button, and now we can enter something like google.com. But currently I'm not actually connected to the internet. But if you are connected to the internet, I promise you that it will take you to google.com, or you can even go to something like youtube.com, and it'll just take us to youtube.com. And of course it can't reach the page because I am not connected to internet right now. So yeah, I promise you that it'll take you to youtube.com. Just make sure that you have entered the URL correct. And right now it does not feature the thing that you know, when you don't actually enter a URL to a website with a domain name such as .com or .in or .us or anything like that, it will not actually go for a Google search as normal browsers do. So if you just search for Maggiethegsd, right now it will say can't reach this page, because this is actually taking it as a URL to a website and not as a Google search. And to do that, actually you know, we have created the basic web browser here. You can just go to a website and search for anything. You can just go to Google and search in that Google website or the Google search engine. You can search from there, but that is not so handy. So what I like to do is, if we press the enter key, then it is going to go into another conditional statement. So if we'll just go if web no text box URL dot text dot ends with, so if the ending is with, let's say, .com, or text box dot text dot ends with, let's say, .in, only then we want to navigate to the URL and not do a Google search. So make sure that you these are actually or. This signifies or. So if it is .com or if it is .in, it will just go and navigate us to the website which we want to go, and not actually do a Google search. So now for the Google search, we'll just go else if text box URL dot text, actually not that. Let's go with an else statement. That'll be much easier. So let's go else we want to do web browser primary browser dot navigate to, and this is a crucial part, we'll just go google.com slash search !q is equal to, and make sure to not give any spaces in between this, because this is a Google URL link. And then we can just go plus web browser primary browser dot navigate to text box dot text. No, what did I just do? Plus we just go text box URL dot text. So if we are not actually ending this thing with a .com or with a .in, we just do a Google search. So if we just insert something like Maggiethegsd, now it is going to search in Google for Maggiethegsd. And you can of course take any other search engine that you want. I'm just taking Google because I know the link that the URL that Google uses to actually search for something. And you can use any other search engine if you want. You just need to enter the link right here that it uses for searching stuff. So cool. And yeah, that is the basic web browser. And currently I don't have internet, unfortunately. It just disconnected me, so for some reason, I mean, it was connected and I just shut down the laptop. I turned it on again and it was just disconnected and it just would not connect. I don't know why that happened, but anyways, so yeah, we have our basic web browser. And make sure to subscribe and like if you like this video and want more videos of this type. I know I didn't upload videos in a while, but that's just because I did not have time. And yeah, so that's our basic web browser. Make sure to like the video if you liked it. Make sure to subscribe as well and hit the bell icon if you don't want to miss any C# videos or Crunker videos as well. I know I haven't done the C# for beginner series, but that's I'll just do it soon. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.